Hello everyone, welcome to the fifth video of the unit Algebra. This video is about simple linear equations. So in this video we are going to learn how to construct the linear equations and how to solve the linear equations. First we'll see how to construct a linear equation. Consider an algebraic expression 7x plus 3. Okay, in this expression there is a variable x. 7x plus 3 is an algebraic expression where x is the variable. Okay, when you substitute x is equal to 2, the value of the expression is 7 into 2 plus 3. Right, 7 2s are 14, 14 plus 3 is 17. So when x is equal to 2, the value of the expression 7x plus 3 is 7. So this can be also written as 7x plus 3 is equal to 7 when x is equal to 2. Right. We can also write this expression 7x plus 3 is equal to 17 when x is equal to 2. This is called equation, that is 7x plus 3 is equal to 17 is called an equation. Why? Because an algebraic expression is equated to something. So an algebraic expression, when it is equal to some constant or other algebraic expression, then that is called equation. Okay. Here any other values for x other than 2 is not satisfying this equation. Okay. Suppose if you substitute 3 in the place of x, you won't get 17. So only x is equal to 2 will satisfy this equation. Okay. X is equal to 2 is called the solution to the equation 7x plus 3 is equal to 2. An equation is always equated to either a numerical value or another algebraic expression. What is equation? An equation which is an algebraic expression or constant equal to a numerical value or algebraic expression. Okay. Now we'll see examples. The price of 10 chairs and 4 tables is rupees 4,000. Okay. They have given price of 10 chairs and 4 tables is rupees 4,000. We don't know what is the price of the chair or a table. We'll take price of a chair as x rupees and price of a table as y rupees. So price of 10 chairs and 4 tables will be 10x plus 4y. Okay, so the cost of 10 chairs and 4 tables is 10x plus 4y, and it is given that the price of 10 chairs and 4 tables is 4,000 rupees. So 10x plus 4y is equal to 4,000. Here we got a algebraic equation. 10x plus 4y is a algebraic equation in two variables x and y, taking the value 4,000. Okay. Now we'll see more examples. The cost of an apple and 2 mangoes is rupees 120. Here what they have given, cost of 1 apple and 2 mangoes is rupees 120. We don't know what is cost of an apple and what is cost of a mango, right? So we'll take A be the cost of apple and M be the cost of mango. Okay. So what will be the equation we'll get? Here cost of 1 apple is A and cost of 2 mangoes is 2m, right? So the equation will be A plus 2m is equal to 120. Okay. Now see second one. A rectangle of some dimensions has perimeter 50 centimeter. So what will be the formula to find perimeter of a rectangle? 2 into L plus B, right? Suppose if L is the length of the rectangle and B is the breadth of the rectangle, perimeter is given. So 2 into L plus B is equal to 50. This is an equation involving the variables L and B. Okay. Now see another example. Thamarai is 4 years elder to her sister Selvi and their ages add up to 24. So Thamarai and Selvi both are sisters. Okay. Thamarai is 4 years elder to her sister Selvi. when we add their ages, we'll get 24. So here we'll take X be the age of Selvi. And it is given that Tamarai is 4 years elder. So age of Tamarai will be X plus 4. Okay. Since Tamarai's age depending on age of Selvi, we are taking age of Selvi as X and age of Tamarai as X plus 4. And what they have given, their ages adds up to 24. So when you add their ages, you will get 24. That is X plus 4 is equal to 24. X plus X is 2X plus 4 is equal to 24. Right. So this is a equation for this example. Okay. Here we have a variable X. Now we'll see how to solve linear equation. Okay. Equation is like a weighing balance having equal weights on both the pans. Okay. When you add weight on both sides, the arms remain horizontal. Right. When you remove equal weights on both the pans, the arms will still remain horizontal. So equation is like a weights on weighing balance, where in each arm we have equal weights. Okay. So LHS of a equation is in one pan and RHS is in one pan. Okay. Both are having equal weight since they are equal. So we are using the same situation to solve the algebraic equations. Okay. We'll use the same principles to separate the variables and constants, thereby solving the equation. First one is, when you add same number on both sides of the equation won't change. Okay. If we add or subtract the same number on both sides of the equation, the value remains the same. Okay. When you add or subtract both the sides of the equation, the value of the equation remains the same. We'll take an example. We have to solve equation X plus 5 is equal to 12. Okay. So we have a equation X plus 5 is equal to 12. We need to find the value of X. So we have to remove this 5 from this side. So here this 5 is in addition. So how to remove this 5? When you subtract 5, you will get only X in LHS. Right. So what you have to do is you have to subtract 5 on both the sides. X plus 5 minus 5 is equal to 12 minus 5. X plus 5 minus 5 will become 0. So X plus 0 is equal to 12 minus 5 is 7. Right. So X plus 0 is X, because when you add 0 with anything, you will get the same thing. Right. So X plus 0 is equal to X. X is equal to 7. By subtracting 5 on both sides, we solve the equation X plus 5 is equal to 12. While solving, we got a solution X is equal to 7. Okay. So if you add or subtract the same number on both sides of the equation, the value of the equation remains the same. Okay. Now we see the second one. If we divide or multiply same number on both sides, the equation remains the same. We'll take an example. 5y is equal to 20. 5y is equal to 20. Here we need to find the value of y. So here 5 is in multiplication with y. We have to remove this 5 from this y. Okay, how to remove that? Since the 5 is in multiplication, we have to divide 5. We have to divide both the sides by 5. Okay. Then only the value remains same. So 5y by 5 is equal to 20 by 5. 5 will get cancelled. So 5 by 5 is equal to 1. 1 into y is y. Y is equal to 20 by 5 is 4. So y is equal to 4. Okay. So when you add or subtract a number on both sides of the equation remains the same. Value of the equation remains the same. Similarly, if we multiply or divide the equation with the same number on both sides, the equation remains the same. One more thing. If you interchange the LHS and RHS, then also the equation remains the same. An equation remains the same when the expressions on the left and on the right are interchanged. Suppose we have an equation 7x plus 3 is equal to 17. That is same as 17 is equal to 7x plus 3. Okay. Similarly, the equation 7x plus 3 is equal to 3x minus 1. The same as 3x minus 1 is equal to 7x plus 3. If you interchange the LHS and RHS, then also the equation remains the same. So what are the three principles for solving the equation? When you add or subtract the same number on both sides, the value of the equation remains the same. Similarly, if we multiply or divide the equation on both sides by same number, the value of the equation remains the same. When the LHS and RHS are interchanged also, the equation remains the same. Okay. Now we'll see example problems. Example 3.11. Find two consecutive natural numbers whose sum is 75. So what is consecutive natural numbers? First tell me what is natural numbers. Counting numbers are natural numbers. So we'll start counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, etc. are natural numbers. What is meant by consecutive natural numbers? That is numbers adjacent to each other. Okay. So if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 are consecutive natural numbers. 2 and 3 are consecutive natural numbers. 3 and 4 are consecutive natural numbers. But 1 and 3 are not consecutive natural numbers, because in between 1 and 3 there is another natural number 2. So now I hope you understood what is consecutive natural numbers. So there are two consecutive natural numbers. When we add them, we'll get 7. When we add them, we'll get 75. So what is those two consecutive natural numbers? Okay, that is what we have to find out. We'll take one number as x. So the next number will be x plus 1. Right. So let us take x and x plus 1 be the natural numbers. Okay, consecutive natural numbers. Given that sum of those two consecutive natural number is 75. So x plus 1 is equal to 75. X plus x is 2x. 2x plus 1 is equal to 75. So what we have to find out? We have to find out the value of x. Here we have plus 1. How to cancel that plus 1? When you subtract 1 on both sides, you can cancel that 1. Right. So subtract 1 on both sides. 2x plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 75 minus 1. Subtracting 1 on both sides. So 2x plus 1 minus 1 will be equal to 0. So 2x plus 0 is equal to 2x. 75 minus 1 is 74. So 2x plus 0 is equal to 74, which is 2x is equal to 74. Now we have to remove 2. Right. We need to find x. Here 2 is in multiplication with x. How to remove this 2? We have to divide it by 2. When you divide 2 by 2, you will get 1. 1 into x is x. So divide both the sides by 2. 2x by 2 is equal to 74 by 2. 2x by 2 is x. 2 get cancelled. Remaining x. 1 into x, x. X is equal to 74 by 2. Divide 74 by 2. 3 2s are 6. Balance 1, 14. 7 2s are 14. Right. So when you divide 74 by 2, you will get 37. So x is equal to 37. We have to find two numbers, right? Consecutive natural number. So one number is 37. Another number is x plus 1. That is 37 plus 1 equal to 38. So the two consecutive natural numbers are 37 and 38. Okay. Now see example 3.12. A person has rupees 960 in denominations of rupees 1, rupees 5 and rupees 10 notes. Okay, a person is having rupees 960 rupees, and those 960 rupees are of 1 rupee note, 5 rupee note and 10 rupee notes. Okay, the number of notes in each denomination is equal. So the number of 1 rupee note is equal to number of 5 rupee notes, and that is equal to number of 10 rupee notes. So number of notes are equal. Number of notes in each denomination is equal. We have to find out what is the total number of notes. So how to solve this one? They have given number of notes in each denomination is equal, right? So we'll take x be the number of notes in each denomination. So if we have x number of notes in 1 rupee, we'll be having x rupees, right? And x number of notes in 5 rupees, we'll be having 5 into x, that is 5x rupees. And x number of note in 10 rupees, we'll be having 5 in, x into 10, that is 10x rupees. When you add all these amount, you will get 960 rupees. So x plus 5x plus 10x is equal to 960. Add this. How to add this one? 1 plus 5 plus 10 into x. Adding the numerical coefficient and writing the variable as it is. Right. So 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 10 is 16. 16x is equal to 960. Okay. We need to find the value of x. So what we have to do here? Here we have to divide both the sides by 16. Divide by 16 on both sides. Okay. So 16x by 16 is equal to 960 by 16. Sorry, this is 16. 960 by 16. 16 by 60, 16x by 16 is equal to x, and 960 by 16 is equal to 60. Okay. Thus, the number of notes in each denomination is 60. So we have to find out total number of notes. In 1 rupee notes we have 60 notes, 5 rupee notes we have 60, and 10 rupee notes we have 60. Right. So how many notes we have in total? 180 notes. So total number of notes is 180. Now example 3.13. Okay. In an examination, a student scores 4 marks for every correct answer and loses 1 mark for every wrong answer. If he answers 60 questions in all and gets 130 marks, find the number of questions he answered correctly. So in an examination, he answered 60 questions, and for the correct answer he got 4 marks, and for every correct answer he will get 4 marks, and every wrong answer he loses 1 mark. And in total he got 130 marks. What they are asking us, we have to find the number of questions he answered correctly. Right. So we'll take the number of correct answers be x. Okay. So he answered x number of questions correctly. Out of 60 questions, he answered x number of questions correctly. So what will be the number of wrong answer? That will be 60 minus x. Right. Here it is given that for a correct answer, he will get 4 marks. So how many marks he will get for correct answers? 4 into x. Okay. And for wrong answer, he loses 1 mark. Right. That is minus 1. For wrong answers, he will get minus 1 mark. Okay. So for 60 minus x, he will get minus 1 into 60 minus x marks. For correct answers, he got 4x marks, and for wrong answers, he will get minus 1 into 60 minus x. And in total, he got 130 marks. Okay. So 4x minus 1 into 60 minus x is equal to 130. When you multiply minus 1 into 60, when you multiply minus 1 to 60 minus x, so minus 1 into 60 will be minus 60. Minus 1 into minus x is plus x. Okay. So 4x minus 60 plus x is equal to 130. So here group the variable. Here group the like terms, that is 4x plus x minus 60 is equal to 130. 4x plus x is 5x minus 60 is equal to 130. So here we have minus 60. We have to remove that minus 60. What we have to do to remove that minus 60? We have to add 60 on both sides. So 4x plus x minus 60 plus 60 is equal to 130 plus 60. Minus 60 plus 60 will become 0. 4x plus 6 is 5x. So 5x is equal to 130 plus 60 is 190. 5x is equal to 190. Okay, now we have to remove 5. Here 5 is in multiplication with x. So divide both the sides by 5. Okay, divide by 5 on both the sides. 5x by 5 is equal to 190 by 5. 5x by 5 is x. X is equal to 190 by 5 is 38. So the number of correct answers is 38. Okay. Now see example 3.14. A school bus starts with full strength of 60 students. It drops some students at the first bus stop. At the second bus stop, twice the number of students get down from the bus. 6 students get down at the third bus stop and the number of students remaining in the bus is only 3. How many students got down at the first stop? Okay. So here in a bus, school bus, there are 60 students. Okay. In first stop, some students are getting down. And in second stop, twice the number of students is getting down. Okay. And in third stop, 6 students get down. And in the bus remaining, there are 3 students. Okay. So what they are asking is to find the number of students getting down at the first stop. Okay. How many students got down at the first stop? So how to do this one? We'll take x be the number of students who get down at the first stop. Okay. Since we don't know the number of students who get down at the first stop, we'll take as x. So number of students get down from the second stop, get down at the second bus stop will be twice the number of students get down from the first stop, right? So number of students got down at the second stop is 2x, right? And the total number of students is 60. So number of students get down at the first stop plus number of students get down at the second stop plus number of students get down at the third stop plus the students remaining in the bus will be equal to 60, right? So x plus 2x plus 6 plus 3 is equal to 60. X plus 2x is 1 plus 2 into x plus 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. 3x plus 9 is equal to 60. Now we have to find the value of x. So here we have plus 9. We have to remove that plus 9. How to remove that? Subtract 9 on both sides. 3x plus 9 minus 9 is equal to 60 minus 9. This will be equal to 3x is equal to 51. Now we have to remove the 3. Here 3 is in multiplication. So divide both the sides by 3. 3x by 3 is equal to 51 by 3. X is equal to 51 by 3 is 17. So x is equal to 17. Number of students got down at the first bus stop is 17. Okay. So in this video we saw what is linear equation. An algebraic expression equated to a constant or another algebraic expression is called an equation. And we saw how to solve linear equation. Okay. What we have to do is we have to follow some principles while solving algebraic equations. Okay. First one is when we add or subtract same number on both sides, the equation remains the same. Similarly, second one is if we multiply or divide by the same number on both the sides, the equation remains the same. Third one is when you interchange the left hand side and right hand side, then also the equation remains the same. Okay, and we saw some problems. I hope you understood these problems. Using these things as a model problem, try to solve exercise 3.3. This is your assignment. Okay. Thank you. We'll meet in next video.